Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Ajwritescrypto, and today I want to talk about probably the three most important letters in crypto in 2025 is RWA, standing for real world assets, bringing all of the money, all of the things in the real physical world on chain. And that is what we have seen begin to really take place this year. I mean, just look at the millions of headlines. Real world tokenized real world assets surged 260% in 2025. Right here, the sector has grown 260% from 8.6 billion at the beginning of the year to over 23 billion today. And this article was from June, so you know it's higher than that now. Look at this. 4 trillion giant JP Morgan settles tokenized treasuries on public blockchain. Everything is lining up. Tokenization and is having its breakout moment. Even BlackRock's RWA tokenization market surges 129% monthly, reaches 129 billion. I think is, honestly, like, you get my point. You get my point. This is happening, and it's happening now. And really, we are at the beginning. We are in the first inning of the RWA narrative in crypto. And of course, this is a channel. I mean, we've been on the RWA narrative from the very beginning. I mean, Algorand, come on, VeChain, Chainlink, Ondo, the list goes on and on and on. But another thing that people ask me more from this channel is, AJ, like, I know you're locked in on the solid, strategic top 100 picks, but what about the picks outside the top 300, outside the top 500? What is a sleeper pick that's legit, that's not a scam, with real upside, that is backed by the most legitimate names in Web 2 and Web 3? I found that project. And actually it's pretty epic. It's pretty epic, and that actually is the ticker of the coin, Epic Chain, EPIC, currently sitting at $1.82. It is number 848 by market cap right now. We're talking a market cap that is less than $42 million. This thing goes to 100 mil, you already double your money just like that. Just like that. And why do I think this project is legit? What gives this project, out of all the projects outside the top 800, what separates this one from the crowd? Okay, let's get into it. First of all, let's go to markets. Binance already has a Binance listing. Absolutely massive. You can also get it on Toolbit, MEXC, and of course, if you want to get it over on Bitunix, sponsor of this channel, my main exchange sponsorship for this channel, EPIC, there it is. You can spot buy Epic right there on Bitunix, and if you want to buy some, click the link down below. Get yourself signed up for Bitunix. No VPN, no KYC. My personal favorite exchange. I do all my trading there. Anyway, so we even have the Binance listing. And I would be surprised to see the Coinbase listing come. And why do I think the Coinbase listing is going to come eventually? Well, let's kind of paint the picture here. All right, so let's go back and talk about Epic. First of all, Epic is formerly known as Eternity Chain. It got rebranded. The DAO overwhelmingly was like a 97% vote that it was going to rebrand to Epic. And basically, Eternity Chain was like an NFT, like a one-off NFT kind of thing, where Epic Chain kind of focuses on all of the entertainment IP, like as well, like with like plugged in with RWA. And I'll get to that in a moment. But basically, it's on Optimism right here. I'll just read this. It's a cutting edge layer 2 blockchain ecosystem. The transformation enhances scalability, lower transaction costs, improves interoperability, driving RWA and entertainment, EVM compatibility, fast transactions, low gas fees. So basically, it's on the Optimism chain. But here's the kicker. This is why I think this project, it separates this project from all the other low market cap projects. Is when you click on the Twitter, the fastest RWA ecosystem, backed by Ripple. There's the three words. That is. Oh, I'm so excited when I think about this project. There are the three words that separate this project from the pack. Backed by Ripple. Ripple want RWA exposure. And although this project is on Optimism, is a layer 2, they're backed monetarily by Ripple. And there's a hard fork coming in Q4 that's going to further integrate the Ripple into the ecosystem. This is Ripple's RWA play, is epic. And that explains why it has the Binance listing, why it's legit. And it also explains why this project, if you look at the chart, we'll get more into the TA on this project in a minute. But if you look at the chart here, this thing had like an insane pump not too long ago. I mean, from the bottom, July 7th to local top, we're talking 309% in 14 days. And sure, it's come down the hill a little bit, and we'll do technical analysis. I'll do my TA and my buy zone in this video. We'll come back to the TA, but we got to focus on, guys, it's backed by Ripple. This is Ripple's in to the RWA narrative, and I feel like it's basically an undiscovered project. Under $42 million market cap. Has the Binance listing. You can get it on Bitunix. You can get it on MEXC. This will be on Coinbase. This will be on Coinbase. I wish you could bet on that on Polymarket, because I would bet yes. And also right here, they're doing like this ignition program right here. Epic Chain is unlocking a fresh wave with $1 million worth of Epic in the ecosystem ignition project. Basically, giving out grants to accelerate the ecosystem liquidity, accelerate adoption, and on-scale entertainment. It's a new debt for DeFi and staking, freshest launch across gaming and collectibles, and more liquidity for RWA and RWA marketplaces. So when it comes to RWA marketplace, actually, I'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to look at their website. Website here, super legit, revolutionizing real-world asset tokenization as the first RWA-focused, EVM-compatible layer 2 on Optimism. Epic Chain transformed real-world assets and global franchises into blockchain native experiences. But guys, look at like some of the backers, some of the people that support this project. We have ABG, the Authentic Brands Group. We have Messi, Messi, like the soccer player Messi. Bruce Lee, like, Bruce Lee, the real Bruce Lee. Shaquille O'Neal is on this list somehow, some way. Like, I don't know how this project managed to get so many big names to support it, let alone backed by Ripple. Like, this is just like it's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer for me. And I am going to do another video kind of going more into, the tokenomics and what to expect with the hard fork and like what's going to happen in Q4. Maybe I'll get an interview with someone from the project in a future video. But, this video, I'm basically bringing you this video just to point this project out and say, this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. And even more so, first of all, I got to talk about Fanable. Fanable is, basically if you send your collectibles, they will store them for you in a Brink vault, like a legit vault. And then you get like a digital representation of your comic book or your Pokemon card or baseball card or whatever, and they'll sell them for you. And this is legit. You can download this in the App Store right now. And like you can literally go to the website, you see all the recent sales here. And if you want to go to the market, right here, market, you can see trading cards, video games, toys, comic books. I mean, you guys know I'm big into trading cards and all that. I love this stuff. And this is really awesome. Maybe if you're a big collector, if you're a big Pokemon guy, right here, you could 2020 championship path, Charizard, CGC 10 rating. And these are all safely secured in a vault, and you get a digital representation, and you can sell them through this, or you can just keep them knowing they're secure if you don't trust the security in your own home, or etc. This is just one dApp. This is one single dApp on this project, and this kind of shows you, like, that makes sense that an idea like that would get backed by Ripple. This project would get a listing on Binance. I think that it's just by looking at Fanable and like that utility, I already see why this project began to separate itself. And to follow up on my previous thoughts, when we were talking about, how this project, the market cap is so low. I mean, if this thing went to $1 billion, if it went to $1 billion from here, according to the Coin Perspective, that would be a $44 Epic. It's $1.83 now, and that would be a 23x from here. If it just went to $1 billion from here. If it went to $500 million, it says, let's say 500 mil, that would be $22 coin. That would be an 11x from here. And guys, that doesn't sound crazy to me. That does not sound unreasonable from a layer 2 RWA project. This project is the cheapest RWA project by market cap with a Binance listing. That's upside. The ceiling is extremely high for this project, and you know it's not a rug pull because it's backed by Ripple, and Ripple is not going to put their reputation on the line for some random coin that's just going to pump and dump the audience. That's not going to happen. Like when they reached out to me and I had a conversation with Epic about doing this video, when they said the 3 words backed by Ripple, I said, yeah, okay, let's do it for sure. I'm down. I'm 100% down. Let's do it. This project, I'm so glad that we're having this conversation and we're talking about this project, because I feel sometimes, you know, I do stay in the safety of the top 100 as a content creator for a reason. I can look back and show you all the pumps I've called for all the legit projects. And that's because like you're safe in the top 100, and you know, content creators' reputations just can get destroyed if you go out of the safety zone of coins that are legit. But sometimes you find the sleeper picks, and this one is a sleeper pick. I'm telling you. And you know, even if it goes to a 500 mil, if it goes to a $500 million, that's an 11x from here. Insane. Yeah, even on the Coinbase website, it says it right here. Epic bridges XRP. Let me kind of zoom in for this for you. Epic bridges XRP to RWA products. Epic is launching a series of projects this quarter to connect XRP directly to real-world economics. With Ripple as an investor in Epic, we remain committed to becoming the premier RWA product within the XRP community. If you're a fan, if you're in the XRP army, put an X down below in the chat, because this is about to get epic. All right, let's do a little bit of TA and we're going to hit the road. So basically, this thing had a 300% pump. It kind of was in like an inverted ascending triangle, had its breakout. It is kind of below that, but you also see that kind of no man's land for this chart is from this high here and these multiple rejections here. So this kind of space between $1.94 and $1.66, I would like, I mean, obviously it had a 300% pump. It's going to retest. And, you know, to be fair, although it's coming down on the momentum wave on Market Cypher, it is leaving the red in the money flow. So, I mean, this retest has already done, I mean, what, 80%, 42% from the top. I mean, I think that the retest could be nearing its end. I would like to see it stay above this support resistance level at $1.66. That's a really big deal for me, because if it loses that, it can kind of enter back into this range here. That could take it back to $1.06. I don't think it's going to be that brutal, to be honest with you, especially when you kind of zoom into the 2 hour here. You kind of see that, you know, it kind of has this flat across, you know, kind of forming, you know, maybe a descending triangle here. And another support resistance level that you could even settle with would be right here at $1.73, kind of tightening up that range a little bit. So I would certainly be setting a big alarm on this downtrend on this thing. And especially if you're looking for maybe like a breakout support resistance level, we kind of have a nice little floor ceiling type level here at 210. That would be a big alarm. 210 to set on Epic. And of course, if you want updates on the technical analysis on this coin, I will have a follow-up video with this one, and I will be talking about this one in the Telegram group. And of course, guys, like I said, if you want to buy Epic, head over to Bitunix. You can get it on Bitunix, link down below in the description. But guys, that is it for the video. Like I said, I will have a follow-up with this project. I think this was awesome. It's a layer 2 RWA project. It's the lowest market cap project, RWA project, that has a Binance listing. It's backed by Ripple. I think this one's a no-brainer. I want to know what you think about this project down below. That's all I got. Thank you to Epic for sponsoring this video. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Have a safe rest of your day. Get rich or get wrecked. Peace.